On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, we have Lego Sonic the Hedgehog. We've got Sonic's Green Hill Zone Loop Challenge. Do you think we can take the challenge of the Green Hill Loop?
No.
Oh, come on, I think we could do it. Also, we've got Lego Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails' Workshop, and Tornado Plane. Tails' classic plane to fly about and save Sonic. I think both these sets are going to pair really well together. You get a nice Green Hill Zone to build, plus a little bit of support with Tails and his biplane. And I think Botnik has a really cool Eggmobile setup in this set, so you don't have to get the other mech set just yet. So these two sets will pair well. We have a lot to build and speed through. So let's begin the construction of the Green Hills Loop Challenge Zone.
Squirrel Stampede!
We can start today with Sonic's Green Hill Zone Loop Challenge, set number 76994 with 802 pieces. This set packed with that all-classic Sonic loop, much like maybe what we have seen with Lego Stunts. We'll see as we go along. Minifigures included Sonic winking, an actual Doctor Eggman minifigure, Amy, Chopper, and Newtron. I think people will be fanning on that. It's got a pretty expansive course here. Also included a pretty good mid-sized Doctor Eggman mobile with plenty of weapons and animals to save. Inside the box, instruction booklet V, full of plenty of levels of build and other sets available. We have Tails' plane today, but we may have to go back to Dr. Eggman's giant walking mech and a few other sets to look at as well. Lots of amazing Sonic out there. As for bags, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 more unmarked bags, probably the loop. That's pretty packed for an 800 piece set. I think it's gonna keep us very well amused. Back down to bag 1. We get to figure out Sonic and this launcher thingy. Should be pretty interesting. Let's quickly build those up now. Okay, we've constructed the new Sonic launcher. For some reason, I thought Sonic was going to be encased in a sphere, but it turns out he is actually in a small cylindrical thing, like so. You fit your Sonic minifigure inside these 2 shells. You can have him standing. I think you can move those arms and legs a little bit to simulate running more. Then you place back down inside this launcher device here. And then we just have to figure out what level of slam is going to launch poor Sonic inside here. I guess you kind of want to have him resting on these little pads, rubber pads inside the best way maybe. And then we'll give him our first launch. We've placed some rings out for Sonic to go collect. Or smash. Wow! He just flew across the table into a different dimension. Oh wait, he lost a ring. So that was a pretty successful first test run, placing our rings back, placing Sonic back onto the pad here. I guess you can always rest this right so that he doesn't roll on you. We'll give it another push here, another slam. That time worked a little better. I didn't give it a killer slam. I wonder if you place him inside. There's a little chamber inside before the little rubber bumpers. How does that play? Works as well, so you're going to want to give it some test runs to figure out, especially when we get to that loop. I think that loop is going to be a challenge, but so far working terrifically well. Moving on to bag 2, we will construct that classic Green Hills loop for Sonic to stunts on. Let's see what it can do. Okay, there's our loop build, very similar to what you see with Lego Stunts. Pretty good thing that they designed this huge loop for us. And we've got our Amy minifigure. We'll place her over here because we are going to test out our loop already. We'll see if we can get Sonic to go around a full 360, although usually you really have to give them some heat. And for our first test run, ready, Sonic? I think that's ready for a go. I think we're lined up as best as we can, and...
Up.
Well, if you could see off screen, Sonic just ran into a Mario box bumper, but it was a good bumper so things wouldn't fly off my table. I think I'll go in a little closer. I think with this one, unlike stunts, I could actually go in just a little closer. And if I recall, sometimes angling in just a little bit really helps you out. Okay, Sonic's second attempt. Oh! How about even closer? Sonic's third attempt. Did that just happen? That was so super smooth. I can't believe how smooth that ran. I got nice and close that time. We'll see if that was just a fluke. I'm angled in just a little bit. Here we go. Oh, it maybe was a fluke. Of course, it's not going to be an every time kind of thing. All right, another test. And it's working quite well so far, surprisingly. So a test run of our loop is proving to work. Now we can continue on to build some more obstacles. What do we have next to build? Things that'll happen in bag 3. Will be some more obstacles after the loop. Actually, bag 3 and bag 4. We'll continue on with some extra cool features. Then bag 5 we work on Eggman. So let's construct more quickly of Green Hills Zone. Okay, bags 3 and 4, what have I been building? This looks like the bottom half of Eggman's Eggmobile, maybe. A little walker with a little spot for characters, trapped animal characters. There is a green, well, an aqua bunny, and a penguin. We'll place in there. Whoa! Penguin jumping does not want to go in. So the leg piece walker contraption thing might have a missing piece up on that front grill. Or I read something wrong, I can backtrack that later. Also hooked on some extra features to the loop. We've got this giant ring for Sonic to fly through. That is going to be a challenge to send Sonic through. Definitely going to be a cool obstacle. And then just a small picnic area. Sonic loves his hot dog, so hot dog, a soda, even has a little, what does it say on there? Chaos Cola. A Chaos Cola is there and a nice little flotation device. Lots of stuff going on. But now into bag 5, real trouble emerges as Doctor Eggman is going to be built. Can't wait to see how the Eggman figure turns out to be in this series. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, did we build this cool little water contraption too? A little jet ski here for a character to sit on. So lots of stuff still to build. There's plenty of stuff to keep you busy. And constructed Eggman's Eggmobile. Let's get it up into the air. We've got a nice transparent stand here. So last year there were a lot of complaints on the basic, was it an ideas build or was it just a general Sonic special build? A lot of people had complaints over this Eggman here. He looks like a hamburger spitting out a, I don't know, piece of bacon. So not the most exciting Eggman. The Eggmobile was okay, not super round, but a lot of people complained. And I think this time around we've got something a little more what people had wanted. We've got mobile arms here with a saw, we've got a claw arm, we've got a laser scanner up here, a dart shooter, or should I say a stud shooter up top, and then we've got our Eggman figure. So Landry has just taken control of Eggman's Eggmobile. Minifigure of Eggman looking very much so improved. Very tall. He has maybe President Business's pants here, the extra tall leg piece, which is perfect for Eggman. Round, bulbous body, kind of featuring his coat of maybe a more modern flair. And we've got a good Eggman head to him. So yeah, I think they've done pretty well with him. He stands definitely out as an Eggman character. This body shape is so egg-like. Head doesn't rotate, but arms do. And again, you can even put in seated position. So a really good minifigure update with Eggman there. The Eggmobile standing very tall too. They must have wanted to kind of match it to the height of the loop there, and we can seat Eggman minifigure down and place him nicely up top there. Pretty good option. I love the extra weaponry. It's perfect. And then if you want to, you can take off this huge flying stand and place down onto a more mobile suit. There, we'll drop him there. I love the fact that it's holding hostage animals underneath and inside. Pretty nice feature. And makes for a very cool 2-in-1 Eggmobile. Kind of stages level 1 and 2 that you often see in gameplay. So after seeing this included with the Green Hills Zone build, you don't really totally need to pick up the Eggman Super Mech set, but I think we'll definitely get to that one too, just because it's so cool. Now I just got to figure out, where is my missing piece? I've got a missing clip piece up here. My grill is hanging on by one piece. I don't know where I did with it, or maybe it's just a missing piece. But it's a great looking Eggmobile. And we still have 2 bags left here. I think we're going to be working on bags 6 and 7. It's the rest of the Green Hills Zone with a couple Botniks to attack and fight. So let's finish up the build with bag 6. They've really packed in plenty to do here. Okay, helicopter squirrel followed by tails with some camera work here from up high. And we have completed Sonic's Green Hills Zone Loop Challenge. Pretty expansive when you get all elements connected together. You've got the giant loop over on the left and it runs on through the maze. Amy's picnic nearby with jet ski. Sonic trying to get through that giant ring right now. He may be stationary. Then we have some Botnik traps up ahead. Newtron is up in that tree, up in that palm tree. And Choppa is on the famous bridge. They've got little animal friends trapped inside each. And then to finish, the boss Eggman. Pretty good setup display. I like what they've done. I'm pretty good with the amount of pieces included. So let's get back down to ground level. We can test this out a little bit. So it will be interesting to see how this runs here. We've got our Sonic ready to go. He's gonna blast through the loop and around and then hit this ramp behind Amy, hopefully nailing through this giant ring. I could see that being a little bit of an obstruction. Then flying past the Botniks, there's nothing really to activate the Botniks as he flies through. He may have a friend knock over Newtron there while he's coming through, or again with Choppa there, you can knock Choppa down while he's flying through, but that's going to be some amazing reflexes and probably not going to happen. You're mainly going to go hit the bumper, see if you can get Sonic at least through the loop, and then secondly through this ring, and thirdly into Robotnik there. That's a lot to accomplish, but maybe fun in doing so. Let's give it a few tries. So this is what this Tails Workshop box will come in handy. I'll place at the end of my table so Sonic doesn't go flying off. Now we can load Sonic into the bumper. I've got him in a running position, by the way. So now he looks a little more active instead of just standing straight as a businessman. And it would help if I got the bumper going in the right direction. Okay, here's our first attempt. Sonic through Green Hills Zone. Well, surprisingly got through the loop, but then hit the giant ring. Possibly not the best idea. I had some of these small rings to place down, these little ring pads. Those just cause chaos, so let's take those out. I'll take this one out too, just in case. We'll give it another run. I like that if you place that bumper up nice and close to that loop, you should have a good hit. Oh, again, into the ring. The ring's gonna be tough to get through. Oh, we did it! We got through the ring and kind of nailed it on the bridge. Hit right there. Not a full hit to get to Robotnik, though. Through the ring again. But by the time Sonic gets to this ring, there is so much motion destruction that he just kind of bounces around, or if he gets through, he goes wildly out of control. With that giant ring there, I'm thinking it's probably a 1 out of 100 to hit Robotnik. Let's try a few more.
Took out a plant.
Oh, we did it! We got him! So maybe it's a 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20. Recheck the slow-mo on that one. Did it knock over a Choppa in the process? Didn't really knock over Botnik, but it was a solid hit. That was awesome. Still have to reset a few things on the course. It's starting to show some damage from Sonic flying through. These panels here, these soft flat panels are starting to come up and just straighten some things out. Get a chopper back up and we can go in for another attack run. That's a second hit. I can't believe how well this worked. I mean, leave it to Lego. They usually figure out some pretty solid things. This time I was thinking it was a stretch too far. We can certainly knock him down. Now I suppose one goal you could possibly do here with Robotnik is you can loosen the top egg from the bottom egg here and save the pets inside. So if you leave this nice and soft, maybe Sonic would knock this piece off. It's still kind of a long shot though. So let's try a few more hits. Oh, into the giant ring. Oh, he goes flying without that ring. A little bit high right now. Well, I don't think I'm gonna have enough force to knock him over actually. Maybe perhaps in the cloud car. We can try that option. This is probably a little more doable. So take your cloud holding device, take off the bottom section of Botnik, and place him up high, setting him on the pad like so. Can we see him? Can we see him? This way we may have actually something to knock on over. We can place his legs over here. Okay, so Sonic, where'd you go? Way back here. See if we can knock over Eggman on his flying Eggmobile. Close. He's probably going to knock him over from the cloud below instead of right into him. But it's something you could target in practice. Yeah. Well, somehow Sonic landed in the ring. He landed in his ring. He didn't fly through it, but he landed. Oh, that was the closest yet. Just brushed Eggman's claw arm. Right almost through his clear acrylic base. That was so close. Now he's flying off to the side and goes in between Tails' box and over off the table. Where off the table is the question? Into no man's land, Squirrel Stampede back lot. Oh, there he is by a table. Okay, I have good feelings about this run. Here we go. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. And we got him! We knocked him down, finally, just on the arm there. Sonic goes flying behind the table again, but I think you get the idea. This might make my top 5 toys of the year easily. Yes, certainly hours of fun can be had with this. They really designed a knockout Sonic run punch here. I'm really enjoying the basics of it, and it functions very well. Alright, we've got one more set to build, of course. We've got Tails' plane. Felt like a perfect set to add on for today. What's awesome about these Sonic sets is not everything is tied into the action feature. This time it's just Tails' plane with Sonic and Tails' workshop. Inside we've got Sonic, Tails, and a Buzz Bomber, and just some quality time with Tails and Sonic. And of course you could certainly possibly line up this shot with Sonic's run. Maybe you can get him to run through this door. There would be something to do with that action feature, but it's nice just to build sets. Something that the Mario series kind of left out. Inside the box, instruction booklet 1, instruction booklet 2, bags 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's quickly run through the build on these, see what Tails' plane is going to pull off. A very quick build for Tails' Workshop and Tornado Plane. Obviously the highlight of the set, the Tornado Plane. These two sets should feature really well together. Checking on the plane first, it's got your classic biplane Tails look, red with a little gray. Plenty of spots for Sonic to stand up on top or maybe in the back for another character piece. Great Tornado Plane graphics going on with the double tail. Wheels and spinning prop. As for the workshop, pretty basic. It felt like I was building McDonald's for a minute there with the yellow and the brown, like old school McDonald's. But it was fun. And behind and over to the inside, we've got a ton of interesting Tails workshop things, computers, experiments, tools, everything you would need for Tails to work on his tornado plane and help Sonic out with science. Also included a small set of drawers, work drawers with little tools inside, maybe even some candy, and a nice chair for Sonic to rest on. So a nice little basic house piece to complement the tornado plane. And of course we have one Botnik included. It's a Buzz Bomber. The Buzz Bomber with a small chicken inside trapped. They've done so well with the Botniks today. Also on a floating pad there to give it the impression of flight, wings on hinges. Bringing back Chomper here. There's Chomper. You can place a little character piece in the back there to trap. I forgot which character piece gets trapped by what. I'll just grab a little blue bird there. Just close his fin down and he's trapped. And Newtron over here. Newtron has pretty much the same deal. There's Newtron on legs, 4 legs. Take your little character piece, place him in, your little animal. And Neutron's a little trickier to hide. I thought maybe I could fit that tail over the character piece, but I can't. But they've done such a great job with these. And I still have a couple crab meats around here from the previous Sonic build. And I believe if you pick up the giant Robotnik mech, there will be another Botnik in there. Oh, there's another Krabby in the other set with Tails and Amy. But these have been certainly fun to build. Real quick too, let's check the minifigures. Sonic again with the blinking eye. There's Tails, and Amy, and Amy, and Amy. Oof, that hammer's really heavy. So far the Sonic in this series is blinking Sonic, kind of like he gives his thumbs up. If you had collected a LEGO Dimensions Sonic from years ago, that had a green eye look, display base, but were pretty otherwise similar. Then the Sonic from the Loop set, the Ideas Loop set, he had a little smirk on the side of his face. So they're doing slight changes to the figure as they go through. I'm not sure what the other figure packs will do. Oh, he's got an open smirk on this side. He's got a smirk on the other side. So you're going to be able to distinguish your Sonic from various sets. Tails is looking pretty cute. He's up on the little leg feature, and we've got the double tails, of course. So that is a really fun and cool figure to have in LEGO form. And of course, Amy here with this giant hammer. She is looking pretty good with a dress skirt and your standard leg piece. And once again, for height comparisons, let's bring in Robotnik here. He is much taller with those tall pants. All of these have turned out so well. They look so great and fun and vividly colorful. With these and the Botniks walking around, they can be really quite fun. I should also say they gave the ring a refresh too. It's able to sit up on its side now. That's why it's placed so nicely on these floor markers or these high markers. The previous ring we used was more of a life preserver with the stud on its side to hold it flatwise. So now we have a really nice ring approach that you can place basically on any stud. You can find a stud anywhere you want and have the ring sitting right side up. Oh, did I check out that bridge at all? I didn't really go into the action features specifics of each little item here. The Choppa bridge, you place your Choppa. I keep calling it Choppa when it's Chomper. I think it has to do with Hunta from Treasure X. But anyway, you slam down on this pink pad, knocking him over, lifts the bridge up just a little bit. And I suppose that could be, say, a target for your Sonic to come on and land on if he's flying across. We may have even saw that unintentionally earlier. As for the other feature of action that we may have missed, catching up, it's Neutron's tree here. You can place Neutron up onto this tree, studded. This one would probably be impossible for Sonic to hit, but you just press here, knocking Neutron over. Running shoes, TV screen. So plenty of things packed into these builds. All around, both of these sets have been terrific fun. They pair very well together. So I totally recommend the Green Hill Zone Loop Challenge. That's definitely the best set out of the available sets so far. With the slammer, the loop, and some of the tricks it does, it keeps you very entertained. Adding in Tails' Workshop and Tornado Plane, a nice effect. I think if there's time later on in the season, I'll pick up the larger Eggman mech It's also a slam mech, a smaller scale set if you want to get that slammer with the Sonic spinner. That would be a cheaper option for some Sonic speed. As for the fourth set, it's more of just a little bit of a Green Hills display zone. Might be fun to complete your Green Hills with it, add in a little more scenery, and get that Krabby, of course. So they knocked these sets out of the park. I would definitely say top 5 toy of the year. So that's a pretty good run through for LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog this year. Love the Green Hills stunt track, pretty fun. Oh, what they could do with Chemical Plant or some of the other famous, the Starlight Zone would be incredible. But today we really enjoyed what they built us. So if you liked today's video, please give us a squike, squirrelibe, squamment what you thought was the best. Stay tuned for other great things like the Bakugan reboot and Lego Minecraft, Lego Super Mario, more sets to build, and just a lot of fun going on right now. And don't forget, we now have a small selection of Squirrel Stampede merch. We have some t-shirts available, 500 plush Landrys are out there somewhere, and of course that water bottle that will hold suspicious substances. So check those if you're interested, link down below. Thank you so much for watching, that's what I have to say about that.